I'm Owen Bigland. This is the Inside Edge video blog. A common question I get is, Owen, what is the better buy or better investment, a detached house or a condo, a strata? And this is an age-old question. So I wanted to talk about this now, especially since if you've been watching my blogs this fall, the interesting scenario we have playing out right now in the Vancouver market, where the detached market has diverged from the condo market. Usually, these two types of products, strata and detached, kind of run together. If the market's up, both are up. If they're down, both go down. But for the last 18 months, basically since the foreign buyers tax came into place in August of 2016, we've got a divergence here where the condo market continues to set new all-time highs every month. If it's priced under $1 million, in a lot of cases, especially with the one-bedroom units, as I've talked about before, you're getting multiple offers, bidding wars, and selling at record-setting prices. Gets a little bit easier as you get into the $1 million to 1.5, but the prices are still at all-time highs. The detached market, on the other hand, has been going the other way. It's been going in a slow descent. Houses that I was selling in the east side of Vancouver for $1.6 million are now listed at $1,350,000, $1,004,000. So they're off, let's call it about $200,000, and they're selling, in most cases, a lot of them are selling well below assessed value. So let's just talk about the pros and cons to both. I also want to talk about a little bit of a new kind of scenario that I'm starting to see take place here. Well, let me talk about that right now. I'm starting to see people's idea of home ownership changing a little bit. It's still early, and it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out over the next 5 years. I talk a bit about this in my book, in my predictions in the back of my book. A lot of younger buyers, or a lot of middle-aged buyers now, the dream was always to buy a detached house with a white picket fence and a backyard. I am starting to see that change a fair bit, where I'm starting to see buyers who could probably get into the detached market, especially now. You can get a detached house now for $1,300,000, $1,350,000 on a standard lot in East Vancouver, which was selling at $1.6 a couple of years ago. Many of these people are living in a Yaletown two-bedroom that's priced at $1.2, $1.3 million. So if they wanted to, they could sell that Yaletown condo. I could get them a record-setting price for it, and they could get their foot in the door in not a dream home, that's for sure, but $1.4 million will buy them a 70-year-old home, bungalow, 2,000 square feet, will probably need a little bit of work, or would make a decent holding property on a 33 by 122 lot. So they could do it, but I'm seeing more and more, why do they want to do that? Why do they want to live a 15-minute drive from the downtown core? They like the lifestyle of living in Yaletown, living in Gastown, living in the West End, living in Kitsilano, everything they can walk to or ride their bike to. They can walk to work, ride their bike to work, whatever. So it is a lifestyle shift that I'm starting to see early stages of. It started many years ago because the detached house was totally out of reach for most people. But it's interesting now that the detached market has come down a fair bit. The condo market's at all-time highs. People can make that jump right now, and yet I'm not seeing a whole lot of them do it. They like where they are living downtown and the convenience of it. So it's going to be interesting. I talk a bit about it in my book, about how millennials, young people, are living in the downtown core, and it's a lifestyle thing. A lot of them are giving up their cars, and that's how they're able to get into the downtown market. So it's going to be interesting to see how this progresses here, if maybe the detached house, especially the detached house out in the suburbs, is maybe not the dream everybody has or once had. Now, so as far as getting back to my original topic here on which is the better buy, well, detached homes tend to have a better appreciation over time, because the appreciation on real estate really is about the dirt, the land. That's really what appreciates. The structure and the building, that depreciates as it gets older. So as far as a pure investment goes, taking aside the lifestyle that I just talked about, if you're looking from just a pure investment standpoint, then I would say a detached home is going to give you the best appreciation. And I've talked about it before, how when you buy a home and keep it, good things happen over time. A lot more good things. Good things happen in the condo market too, but more good things happen when you're in a detached home. You can get rezoning, you can get land assembly, you can get more density. You got builders that are knocking on your door when the market's back up again, looking to buy your house, tear it down, and build a new home on there. So you've got a lot more potential with a detached home. You've still got good things with it, with a strata too. You're going to get fantastic appreciation over time. Of course, you've got maybe this shift in what younger people want now, the lifestyle. So that would add a nice boost to the downtown condos as well, being in a good location downtown. Hey, you've got stratas being bought out. It's early innings, as I blogged about before on that. But in another 10 or 15 years, you'll probably start to see a lot of these older stratas taken out and bought out by developers at a nice premium. But, there's no right or wrong here. I mean, as I say, detached home would probably give you the best appreciation because of the dirt and the rezoning later on. But your home purchase really should be based about, and it is for most people, about lifestyle. Where do you feel most comfortable? And I know from a fact, from showing a couple of houses I've got right now out in East Vancouver, these are good homes. They're priced right, but they're not your dream home for $1.4 million. It's an older house. It needs some upgrading. These people are viewing it from downtown. They're living in a luxury condo worth $1.5 million. The husband's the one that's kind of steering him into, let's maybe buy a detached house, but the wife takes one look at the house and says, gee, I'm going to be roughing it here. This isn't the lifestyle that I want, and I've still got to get in my car to go anywhere. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out, but I am starting to see a little bit of a shift in people's dream house and what it is, and maybe it's getting away a little bit more from the detached and into more the lifestyle and the amenities you've got living in the downtown core. I'm Owen Bigland. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.